Welcome to the JJ Red and Fred podcast. This is episode 29. Yes, sir. We have
Yeah.
Jeremy, Jason. Red is missing in action, but he will be back soon. Welcome, gentlemen. How's everybody doing today?
Good, man. Good.
Doing good, my brother. We here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
How
indeed,
about
man.
yourself? You good? How everything on your end?
Hey, man, I'm blessed. So this is the thing. Me and my wife, I came up with this idea. I seen on TikTok, scrolling through it. For the next 3 days, me and my wife, we're going to try our best not to complain about anything, right?
All right.
Yeah. So for 3 days, no complaints, no matter what. If you feel a complaint coming up, suppress it and speak something positive, right? So I'm doing very well.
So
Life
you doing
is
like
great.
a 3-day challenge? Don't get mad or nothing.
Yeah.
No
Well, I
matter,
don't know about getting mad,
no matter if you get popped in the mouth or working nothing, huh?
All I
That's
want,
good though, bro. That's good.
all I want to know what's going to happen on that fourth day.
Time to
Oh
release.
yeah, we're going to unleash.
Don't let it.
Time to release the pressure. Hey, it's patty cake time. Hey, no, but bro, my hat go off to you on that, man. Because look, I'm gonna tell you, dude. That's positive vibe stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all know, from us growing up together. Out of all three of us, and even Red here too, he ain't here, but out of all four of us, I probably been the most pissed off and the most one that had the anger on me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But I'm gonna tell you what, man. Out of everything I've been through, and right now where I'm at right now in life,
Yeah.
here within the last year, man. You know, I've been working toward this. But here in the last year, I've really seen and felt God put them results on me. Like worrying, getting mad, and getting pissed off about shit. Man, I'm not finna. If it don't cut love, now look, don't get. I want to put some love. I'm putting love out there.
Absolutely.
Don't get it twisted though. And if it come between me and my family, and I gotta whether you get back to yours, or I gotta get back to mine, or whatever, then you know there's a line
Right.
there, and
it ain't making you grow. If you don't got no growth out of it, it ain't worth it.
Yeah, no. But what you're doing right there, what y'all doing, I think that's awesome, dude. That's the way that's why I love Rochelle, because she put that out there. You know what I mean? She put that positiveness out there, and you know I've had to, you know, I ain't trying to hear all that, you know, and it's be like,
it's important. It's important to build a relationship with your wife, your spouse, and also for personal growth as well, to realize how much do we complain throughout the day, right? Like just if you think about it, how much do you really complain throughout the day?
Or how much stuff do you let aggravate you to get you out your character?
Yeah.
Like, man, I ain't trying to
exactly
anything like that.
Absolutely. So we're trying this 3-day challenge. Today was day one, so I found myself almost complaining at work earlier, but I was like, you know what? No.
Hey, man, look, I'm gonna tell you my remedy. Can I tell you my remedy?
Sure.
I'm thankful, you know, but when it comes down to my wife, and you know, just you can, you know, and then you can feel it coming, but you know, you got to learn how to steer the car, like drive. You know, you can get up out of there. But to keep it real, shit. Anytime I ain't gonna lie to you. I go get my some chickens and slap her on the booty and walk off. I do that, dude.
Makes you feel better, doesn't it?
Yeah. You got to keep that flirt going on, man. That's spoiled play on a whole nother level right there with a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. That's awesome, man.
Hey, look, Jason and Charisma got it good. I love to see them two. Look, let them two get together. Man, boy, hey, look. And because Breezy will call me. She'll FaceTime me. Look at him. Boy, they over there dancing and shit, and getting down and shit. Jason getting dipped. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome,
but
man.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Man.
It's awesome.
It's important to, especially, man, when you've been with someone for so long, you know, to keep that spark, to keep that energy, because, man, you guys know, man, life could get so hard, so like with finances and loving your partner and kids and just the world itself, just stepping outside your home, how much life can hold on. It's a lot. So, but that's the 3-day challenge, and
That's good.
I suggest that everybody try it to see how much you can get out of it. So, top story.
What we got? What we got?
Is the top story is what we got now. The NFL draft just happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, if y'all have not been following it, Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders' son, was supposedly top 3 prospective draft picks, right? He was supposed to go in the top 3 at least, right?
At the NFL draft pick, he was supposed to be in the top 3.
Yeah, he was supposed to at least go first round, no doubt about it. First round,
first round,
right?
Sure,
yeah, first round, whatever number he is, but first round for sure. So the NFL decided to supposedly teach him a lesson, to humble him. I think what it is Deion Sanders was so involved in his life, right? And also another thing was he was very flashy like his dad when he's playing football. And I think the NFL wanted to say, you know what, young fella, we got this, right? You ain't coming over here and disrupting what we got. We're going to teach you a lesson. And so he went, the 5th round? He went, I think he
fifth. It was the 5th.
Yeah, the 144th pick.
They threw him way back there, didn't they?
They threw him. Imagine, you guys used to play dodgeball and kickball, and you got to wait to get picked, right?
Yeah,
you never wanted to be picked last. That means you sucked.
Exactly. Who did he go to?
The Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's just that to me, on my opinion. And shout out to Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders gave him the game.
Yeah,
Deion Sanders let him know real quick, because the NFL, the NFL gonna do what the NFL want to do, no matter what kind of player comes through there. They're all good. The NFL wouldn't be dealing with them. It's a whole nother deal when it comes to that. It's all mapped out. It's all scripted. And it wasn't only payback to him, the flashiness or whatever. Hey, man, look, like I said, Deion Sanders gave his son the game. All them boys.
Jason, do you think they were trying to teach him a lesson, or his dad? Was it more geared towards his dad?
I think it's a shot at Deion myself.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think so?
Because of Deion. Deion was so flashy, and he came to Colorado, did what he wanted to do, turned the program around.
All the way around in a good way. You know what I'm saying? In a good way.
I don't know if they're trying to take a shot at him or what, but I think it was more directed towards Deion than his son, but it's affecting his son more than Deion.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. There's a video clip where Shedeur Sanders is talking to Roger Goodell, and he says, "Hey, how you doing?" And Roger Goodell said, "I'm good." They exchanged pleasantries, but he said, "I'm worried about your dad," right? And Shedeur said, "Why are you worried about my dad?" And then the clip stops. It ends off of that, right? He doesn't say anything, but he was letting them know, like, because if Deion Sanders was one of the best, if not the greatest football player of all time.
Yeah.
He played both sports, football and baseball, both sides of it, right? And he's got a lot of pull, right? He's Hall of Famer. He's got a lot of pull, and he thought he was Archie Manning for a second, I think.
Right.
So. So if you don't know about Archie Manning, was a football player, NFL football player. His sons, Peyton. Eli and Peyton, right?
Yeah.
He said he didn't want his sons going to any teams, and he pretty much directed how they went into the NFL draft. Right. But he did it quietly, right? He did it behind closed doors. Deion was like right in your face with it. He's like, "No, my son's gonna go where I want him to go."
Yeah.
Yeah, the NFL was like, nope.
Yeah, like you said, the NFL. Yeah, it was like, it was just, it's crazy, man. It's a lot of power, man. But
it is. And then again,
I think that.
I mean,
What do you say, Jason?
somebody, I don't know, man. Like
Yeah.
Archie Manning and Deion, it's
Yeah.
two different people
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to race. I'm
Yes.
trying to make
Yeah.
it a race deal,
Yeah.
but
That's what I was gonna say. It might have been a
Archie
race
came
thing.
out loud. He's still gonna do what he did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Do you think it's a race thing? Like, cause
Now I don't know. I think Deion's pissed a couple of people higher up in the NFL.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
know,
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. It had to be
I
because
don't think it
he's
had
so
nothing to do with it.
brash, like with he's just so cocky, but he can back it up though.
he
Yeah.
can.
Yes, people, you know, I don't why I don't get why people don't like it. You know, it's like let him talk his stuff. He can back it
Oh,
up. He
really?
went from like let him do it, man. Let him.
Yeah.
He's changing programs. He's changing kids' lives for the better. Like why are you so mad because he's doing great things? And another thing is, man, do you think that there's a stigma on black men raising men? Right. It seems like the more successful, like, how do I put this? For instance, LeBron James, right? He got his son in the NBA, right?
Right.
People had a problem with it because he's a successful man that helped his son out, right?
Right.
Same thing, Deion, man. Deion's doing the same thing, but people have a problem with seeing successful black men help, give a helping hand to their children.
Yeah.
I don't see why that's the issue.
If the Suns are putting up the numbers, man, it shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
Hmm.
They're doing what they should do. It shouldn't be an issue at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, it shouldn't be an issue, but I think that's something that we all would want to do in life. We all have boys, right? And so if I'm ever in a financial position or a position that I could help my son out, oh man, I'm going to do it. No
Oh
doubt
yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No doubt about it, man.
If his ass
But to go 144, that's
What'd you say, Jason?
if his ass is acting right.
Oh,
right.
yeah. Yeah. They gotta have that act right.
Right.
Yeah, man. So this also, man, I was thinking about, pivoting to raising sons, man. And this is something I kind of wanted to talk about as well, but just to talk about the importance of raising young men, right? Strong men, strong men that what we're doing is we're teaching these men to go out into the world to be successful, how to live this life, right? Talk about, Jeremy, just a little bit of how important is it to raise a young man, and sending him out in the world. What do you how can you put a little sugar on top of that? What do you say about that?
That's crazy you asking me that, man, because I just got Boogie. I had him this weekend, man. He went and got him.
Uh-huh.
Got him. He come up here and kicked it with me. I ain't seen him since. I ain't seen him in a while. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And but no, it's very important, man. I got Boogie and Brennan. Brennan's 27. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was raising, I was 19 when he was coming up, man, and I didn't know a lot of things and stuff. So I feel like I was kind of a little bit harder on him, and
Mm-hmm.
I exposed him to stuff that he didn't need to be exposed to.
Sure.
And I told him, and we don't talk often, but we talk, and I've told him, or he's come to me and told me that, Daddy, hey man, everything he says, I see where you're coming from, the pressures you've had, and stuff, because
Mm-hmm.
he's had a child, and he's having to deal with that stuff, and and it's just with me, with raising a man, a young man, a child, man, you got to lead by example, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You got to, and I mean that truly. You got to lead by
Yeah,
example.
right.
You
Yeah.
got to put in the work. There's going to be frustration. You got to, the talking,
Mm-hmm.
the listening, and I
Mm-hmm.
did, I'm like, hey, but I give them their space too, I give them his space and whatnot.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's the lead by example, because they watch you, they see you.
Yeah, they're definitely watching you.
You
Right.
can sit there and have the world on your shoulders, and you know, as long as you don't give up, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the girls too. You know, they see
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
as long as you kicking it, and you still, you know, there's something you reaching for. That's encouraging in them because you get up and they go every day. That's giving them drive. I see driving my kids. You know what I mean? To go get my
Mm-hmm.
kids, I see it. You know, because they see it in me. You know what I mean? So I think it's
Mm-hmm.
very important,
Absolutely.
man, that you have to, you know, a man's the head of the house. You know, but you know, it ain't nothing without a woman or you know,
Absolutely. Yeah.
nothing. You know what I mean?
Jason, let me ask you this real quick. Um, your dad, I know you were very close to your dad, right?
Yeah.
How important was it to have your dad around, right? And how often did you see your dad do something and you wanted to mimic what your dad was doing?
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
like how talk about that a little bit.
That's very often. I seen that hell, I think that's where I got my work ethic from
Mm-hmm.
him. I remember him first time splitting wood. I was like, what the hell yeah. It looked
Yeah.
with the axe, but he didn't give us the axe. He gave us a damn sledgehammer and a wedge.
Right.
But I always wanted to use the axe. But yeah, watching him weld on stuff, work. I wanted to do all that stuff or try to be like it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Very important, I think. But trying to teach that to your sons, I mean, you're teaching it, and he's not paying attention.
Yeah.
Frustrated, man. It's tough. It is tough.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Times were different too. You know, our
Mm-hmm.
kids nowadays they have a lot of distractions going on, especially with you know just the way of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's very. I mean, and we do too. We have to not distractions, but it's a fast paced world, man. We're
Mm-hmm.
having to do this 9 to 5. We're having to get out here and make this money, man. And the kids is doing this, boom, boom, boom. It leaves very little family time.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so it's you know it's a way and I'm guilty of it, dude. Because if
Yeah.
it's this last little I don't know 6 months or whatever, man, just things
Mm-hmm.
change. You know,
Yeah.
it's
think
I've had to tolerate.
I think you can't discipline kids like we were disciplined.
Oh hell no,
Right.
no. And
Yeah.
we was
No.
like we were like he's saying his daddy papa he hey come on we're finna get this wood
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
hey y'all get out there we finna mow this yard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had to get out there and do that.
Yeah.
We didn't
Exactly.
have no choice. We was out there anyway though. We was outside
Yeah.
anyway. You know,
Right.
we was
Right.
outside anyway.
Do y'all think that the young men that are more sensitive now than we were?
Yep.
Very much so.
For sure.
Very
Yeah.
much so.
What do you think that is? Is it
There's
us
more.
that's doing it?
I'll tell you exactly why it is. There's more women raising men.
Uh-huh.
The way it's all been thrown out there, and the system
Yeah.
been like. There's a lot of men locked up. A lot of you know. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of women raising men, and then
Mm-hmm.
and this is where these men are becoming kind of womanized
Yeah, I
and
understand
whatnot,
what
and have the which that's hey that's not. I mean that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
If
that's
that's gonna
natural
happen.
because you're getting yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just the way of the world. You can't sit there and
Mm-hmm.
I got
it's just you know you can't there ain't no judgment on it. You can't.
What are you saying, Jason?
I got a question. Are they
Yeah.
expressing feelings that we suppressed?
Say it one more time.
Are they expressing feelings that we suppressed when we were younger?
Uh,
You know?
I don't know. For me, like he doesn't talk about his feelings like he at all. Like we try.
Well,
Like I
let
know.
me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you ask them
Uh,
about your feelings? Do you hey man,
yeah.
how you doing? How
Yeah.
you
I try.
I mean, you
Like
be looking at because I get with Boogie. Hey man, you good?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know, you know, and well, what's going on? And I watch. It ain't you gotta
Mm-hmm.
watch it too. Like when they change temperament or something like that, or like if they back
Mm-hmm.
there playing, and I know I can feel it. Like they back there
Mm-hmm.
arguing or something over some bullshit.
Yeah.
Now hold on, wait
Right.
a minute, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? When it
Mm-hmm.
changed up like that, I'll be on top of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to like even with you know my Chloe and my stepkids and her, and
Mm-hmm.
they good, but it's gonna happen, you know. But you gotta
Yeah.
know
Right.
and when you come across it when you come across it, I mean, what we got going on here? Why can't
Yeah.
y'all you know? And we ain't gonna be doing this, and they know that's the rule. So get that shit
Mm-hmm.
straight. Quit all your bickering and we're working as a unit here, and we got to do this.
Right.
You know,
I see as with my son, I see that the older he's getting, the more, I don't know, the less talking he's doing now, and I'm trying to figure that out and try to navigate that.
That's when you, if you notice that, that's when you just do more talking. Like you have him in the headlock, you know, and just be like,
right.
Come on, let's do this.
If
you do that, you're not gonna lose it because he's gonna see you. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, bring your ass on over here.
See, but the thing is though, man, you haven't been around Alex in a long time.
No, not in a while. I haven't.
And so he's so different from what he was when he was younger, and I have to approach him differently now. And so because
I understand that.
I just got to approach him differently now.
I understand that.
So,
I got to do the same thing. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
With all of them. You got to approach all of them differently. They all I already know. Like
that's Nico too. Nico's on the spectrum. He's right there.
Yes. Right.
On the line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got to handle him a little different than I handle Breeza, you know. So
right.
Breeza in her crook. All you got to do, man, sit your ass down.
Right.
He go in there. He quiet. And she like, man, you good at him?
Exactly.
And that's where the question lies. Are the men we're raising more sensitive now? Yeah, I agree 100%, because I'm looking back at my childhood and looking at my son's childhood. I'm like, was I like that? You know, was I that way?
It ain't just, and I see how you're looking at it, but you need to look at it like this too. The whole world's sensitive right now.
Yeah,
everybody in their feelings, you know. But like I said, leading by example and doing your due diligence as a father, as a dad, a father, you know, and you know your main focus is them kids, and like you know that's you know, and as long as
everything's gonna work itself out.
It's gonna be good. You'll be because I'll be watching it unfold. I'll be watching it unfold, you know, especially with Xander. And here with Xander, you know, me and him the only boys over. You know what I'm saying? It's close on.
Right.
You know, he in there. You know, I know he'd be listening to what I'm saying because I tell him, man, you know, you want to get your workout on, and you know, you need to do this, that, and I don't have to say nothing, man. I'll say it a couple times, whatever. But every once in a while, too, more often than not, you know, I see him take it upon himself and he's doing this. I'm like,
well,
get, you know,
well,
you know, we got a long way to go, though, but
yeah.
I remember when I was younger, and this is how what you say is, Jeremy, is like lead by example, right? I remember when I would watch my dad, right? Yeah. I remember him getting something green, and he had a piece of paper, and he was rolling up some weed, right? And I didn't know what it was at the time. I just thought it was grass. And so I remember I went outside with my friends and I plucked some grass out the ground, right? And I got some notebook paper, and I rolled it up and tried to smoke literal grass, because my dad did it, and because I saw him doing it. And so I just remember choking like, oh man. But
got hay fever and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
But you know, leading by example. That's why I smoke cigarettes now, man. Watching mama smoking them business in the hedge and shit.
Yeah.
That's right. She leave them cigarettes in there about that yay long, man. I thought I was grown, and Jason right up behind him. I got 2 cigarettes. Dustin little ass coming on back there behind us. Man, what y'all doing, man? If you don't get your butt on.
Exactly. Go to
it's man. And I feel like if you truly in your heart as a man are doing what you're supposed to be doing, like you said, you doing that, you and your wife doing that 3-day challenge thing, and you constantly do that, like I do that, like that's a daily thing with me. Like not that I have to make it a daily thing, but I do catch myself now, rather back then. If I get out of character, if I feel my mind even getting out of character, or frustration, anything trying to sit on me, dude, I don't let it sit on me. I shut it off. I'll be like, okay, it ain't even in my hands. Whatever's supposed to happen gonna happen. It's there. God got all this, and we riding like that. And I'm gonna tell you what, bro. Since I've been like that, everything. I'm gonna tell you, dude. I was chasing that dollar to pay that rent.
Yeah.
Man, now that I ain't chasing that dollar to pay that rent, I got rent paid 3 and 4 months in advance, bro.
Already, yeah. There's a rap.
And you asked me how I do it?
You keep that to yourself. I ain't gonna ask you. That's
yeah, let it go.
Hey, that's a blessing, though, man. That's a blessing.
That's all it is, man. I let that worry go in my head. Like Bill's gonna get paid. Yeah, we're gonna know Bill's gonna we're gonna do it. But as far as bending over backwards and getting and just you know what I mean. And I mean, I don't know.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it is. But I felt like it was forced for me to do that because if you remember, fell out.
I know.
Then this ain't cool. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I ain't got no choice. But I be breakdancing. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. No, I'm getting it, man.
That's good, man.
It hurts, man, but it's easing up every day, though. So
yeah, eventually you'll have.
I'm able to look at it. Yeah, I'm able to
Mm-hmm.
look at it too. You know what I'm saying? So it's getting back. But yeah, it's all good.
So pivoting to the NBA playoffs is here. Excuse me, real quick. I'm gonna touch on that real quick. I don't know if you guys have been kind of catching that, Jason. I know you're in Colorado. Are you watching Denver right now?
Yeah, I seen Denver. I seen Game 2 of Denver. I watched Game 4 last night of Golden State and the Rockets.
Yeah, that was a good game.
That was a good game.
That was a really good game.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler is a real asset to Golden State for real. Who was it that got blown out by like 50 points? Miami. So Miami got blown out by like 50 points by Cleveland, right? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And I think the Lakers will be, man, I tell you what, there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Anthony Edwards. His name is Anthony Edwards. No doubt about it. He is the next.
Was there an update on his ankle?
Oh, no, I haven't heard anything. But Anthony Edwards is the truth. No doubt about it. He is putting people on notice. He done sent home Kevin Durant. Now he about to send LeBron James home. This dude is the truth, man. If he ain't the next thing, he's here. Like he is the dude, man. Anthony Edwards is the dude.
12 months ago, Ant was a dude.
Yes, I know, right? Jeremy, if you ever get a chance, watch on Netflix. It's called The Starting Five.
Yeah.
If you get a chance on Netflix, it's called The Starting Five. It showcases 5 NBA players: LeBron James, Anthony Edwards, Jimmy Butler, Sabonis. Sabonis from Sacramento Kings, and
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Okay.
Yo, boy, Jason. I swear that's your game, bro. That's you, man.
So it's called Starting Five.
Ankles, bro.
The Starting Five. Yeah, if you get a chance, man, check it out. And it's a great documentary. Showcases those guys. Yeah. Y'all know I met Jimmy Butler, right?
No, for real.
I think he said something.
I met Jimmy Butler in Houston.
Yeah.
I was working at this restaurant called PF Chains. Yeah. And I was waiting tables. Yeah, I was waiting tables at the time, and I seen this guy, and I was like, man, this dude look like Jimmy Butler. And nobody knew who he was. I was like, man, this is Jimmy Butler sitting at this table. And so he was getting ready to leave. And I was like, I'm going to go say hi. I'm going to say what's up to him. So I went over there and said, hey, man, Jimmy Butler, right? He said, yeah. I said, man, what's up, man? So I started talking to him and everything, and took a picture with him. Really cool guy. Come to find out, he went to TJC as well, right? So we talked about that a little bit. He went to TJC for a little bit, but he's a really cool dude. And then I think 2 days later, I ended up meeting Clyde Drexler at the same restaurant.
You met a lot of cats up there from Houston up there in that restaurant.
Yeah, man. When I was in Houston, I met some people in Houston, man.
You met Willie D up there too, huh?
Yeah, Willie D. Yeah. I think the biggest person that really had me shaking was when I met Kevin McHale in the elevator. Yeah. Kevin McHale of the Boston Celtics that played with Larry Bird.
Yeah.
I remember my son was just born. We were taking him to get a checkup, and he gets in the elevator, and I'm like shaking my wife. I'm like, babe, you know. I'm like looking up at him. He's in the elevator with me. The dude's like 7 foot tall,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm like, you know, my wife is in front of me. I'm shaking her. She's like, "What's the matter with you?" I was like, "Kevin Kills right here," you know.
You don't have no clue who it is.
You don't know who. You don't care.
He's a big, tall white dude up.
Yes. And so,
That's
but
cool.
I said what's up to him, and he was real cool. Oh, and I met Tyrone Lou at Walmart buying some Little Debbie's.
Oh, look at you, boy. That's crazy.
I met Tyrone Lou buying Little Debbie's snacks in the middle of the night.
What kind of Little Debbie's was you getting? I'm curious now. Oatmeal cream pie, nutty
butter. Yeah, I don't remember what they were, but I was like, Tyrone Lou, what's up, man?
Yeah, the fudge round. Oh, that's you used to love. You fucked them fudge rounds. Oh, boy. Man, he opened a box of fudge rounds, man. You go back 30 minutes later, ain't no more. He gone. He got about 3 or 4 of them.
Hey, they got double deckers now.
Yeah.
Boy said them fudge rounds. Shout out to Little Debbie if y'all want to sponsor. No?
Shout out to Little Debbie. Yeah, we can use a sponsor right now. Hey guys, thank y'all for joining us, man. Thank the subscriber, thank the listeners, for everybody that's listening and subscribing. Please hit the like, share, follow button, man. We really appreciate you guys for tuning in. We will bring you guys more content. Just hit us up for anything that you guys want to know about, want us to discuss. But this is JJ, Red, and Fred podcast, the #1 show on YouTube. And where we just, just keeping it real, fellas. That's it.
Ready.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.